Kingdom Hearts 2, I am reading Seichi as always, and this part because I haven't gotten Danganronpa V3, which is the result of a bunch of nonsense to do with them having the wrong address, which I already had said last time, but updating it, I guess? Because I sent them a message and told them the updated address, and it's still processing, and it still has the wrong address and the shipping info, so I don't know what's up with that, but I keep, messaging Nipponichi Software of America's support line every now and then. And we're starting a little late today because of a last minute update, I guess, that the PlayStation needed to do. So, yeah, fun stuff all the way around.
Okay, let's go. Bye.
Hey, Sora? You sure we haven't met before?
Positive. Why do you ask?
I don't know.
Huh?
You okay?
Yeah. I don't know where it came from.
Put together.
Right. See ya.
If I sound a bit weird, it's because my pop filter broke, so I need to go get a new one. Thankfully they're cheap, I just need to find the time to do it. Okay. Hey, it's the blue crystal from the trophy, except it's from the other version of Twilight Town.
I'm sad.
We'll be back.
Yeah, we can visit Hayner and those guys again.
Yeah. We'll totally be able to do that anytime we want. After all, in the first game, whenever you unlocked a world, it was unlocked forever, so it was okay.
Guess that's that.
Let's go.
Go where? It's not like we have homes to return to. We don't exist, remember?
Yes, it's true. We may not have homes. There is some place I want to go. And someone I want to see.
Sora?
Same here. So, you think you might let us go? I know you're here to get rid of us, but...
Diz wants to get rid of me?
Go.
You sure about this?
I owe you both.
For what?
Castle Oblivion. You helped us.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Thank you.
Was this cutscene in the original version? Because I don't remember it at all. Yeah, I'm fairly certain the train just takes you straight here. In the original, but now in Final Mix, I guess they added a new cutscene there to kind of fill in some blanks. I'll go with that. I could also just be completely off base, so it's hard to say. Train's gone.
There goes our ride.
That's unfortunate. But we enter the tower. Yeah, I've already equipped everything I need to. So we want this chest. And if we can, I would really like to sneak up to this one, but it's kind of hard. Okay. Maybe they reduced the draw distance onto them. Because I remember you barely were able to get that first chest. And now it's a little easier. So, that's good. Got potions on auto. It'll probably be okay to do that, because in this game they kind of shower you with them, if I remember correctly. But we definitely want them on our cast bar. Anyway, let's go talk to this familiar dude.
What's going on?
I sent some of my lackeys inside to see if the master in this here tower's as big and tough as they say. Word is he's a real powerful sorcerer, which would make him the perfect bodyguard for me. See, it don't matter how tough he is. Once he's a heartless, he'll do as I say.
Yes.
That's right. They're those things that come out of the darkness in folks' hearts. Why, with all those heartless at her side, my dear friend Maleficent is gonna conquer everything.
Maleficent?
And since I got me a debt to pay, I'm going round to a bunch of different worlds and building an army of heartless, special for her. Oh, why am I talking to you pipsqueaks anyway? Go on, Scram. I'm behind schedule as it is.
You ought to find something nicer to do.
Oh, says who? Huh? Oh, it's you!
Pete?
What are you two Nimrods doing here?
What are you doing here?
You know him?
We sure do. Pete's been causing trouble for ages.
Though he's never been
His
outright
Majesty
evil.
banished him to another dimension a long time ago. I wonder how he escaped.
Also, dang, that's extreme,
You wanna
Mickey.
know how, eh? Well, Maleficent busted me out, that's how. And now your world, no, all the worlds are gonna belong to yours truly. 'Cause Maleficent's gonna help me conquer them.
Maleficent? Huh.
What are you laughing at? Why, Maleficent's power is so great that...
She's toast.
Huh?
Sorry, but Maleficent can't help you now.
What do you mean? You! So you're the ones that did it.
Well, we might have had something to do with it.
Heartless Squad, round up!
And we have your basic Heartless, the Shadows. So this is basically your tutorial on how the Heartless work, as opposed to the Nobodies. I've always thought of Heartless as being kind of more, power than finesse, and the Nobodies are the other way around. Though, there are some very powerful Nobodies, don't get me wrong, but especially for Shadows, they're just kind of dumb. They are really annoying because of their ability to sink into the ground.
You just wait. Nobody, and I do mean nobody, messes with the mighty Pete.
So, Mighty Pete.
It's nice to not have to worry about cards, though.
Oh, you don't know, eh? Well, it's old Yen Sid. Of course, he's probably a heartless by now.
Master Jensen is here?
Yen Sid is the king's teacher.
Wow, sounds powerful.
Bye. And so we just kind of leave Pete in the dust. Alright, let's just go ahead and save in that second slot. But yeah, because of that PS4 update, I'm gonna go ahead and go a little bit longer today if I can. It's actually more dependent on my dad than anything else, because he might want the TV back, but we'll see how it goes. We do have an agreement that I get it till at least the normal end of stream time, so we'll be okay on that front. Anyway, these shadows are all just 2 points, so, you know. Oh, that's the other thing. Generally, nobody's given more experience. Probably because they're technically tougher. But there are also some Heartless that give a lot of experience, so, you know. It's just kind of whichever. But we already know the difference between a Heartless and a Nobody. A Heartless is made when someone loses their heart, and Nobody is made when someone strong does that, and that's what's left. Their empty husk of a body, I guess. It's pretty dark stuff for a, you know, a game kind of marketed towards kids. Though by the time kids played this game, which was like, what, 3 or 4 years later, we were kind of teenagers by that point, so, you know, I guess that's one reason the tone got darker? I don't know. Just a random speculation I have. On that subject. Not that the first game was all puppies and kittens and rainbows, but... And we have a basic 4-hit combo, which is more like a 3-hit combo, but... yeah. It's just that sometimes there's a 4th hit, and sometimes there isn't. It's just kind of weird. Anyway, we have a new type of, well, old type of Heartless here, called Soldier. He behaves much like he did in the first game. He does that spinning kick and generally kind of annoying, but go after him first and then just clean up these shadows. Not that the shadows will be total pushovers because we are playing on hard, proud mode. So. Oh, there is also a reaction command mapped to these guys as well, so keep an eye out for that. Because it's like a sliding dash? Kind of like the... yeah, Cyclone. It's sort of like the sliding dash from the first game, the ability. So I believe that's also an ability in this game, so...
Yes. Kids haven't changed one bit.
Well, it's a good thing we're on the job then.
So, the worlds aren't at peace after all?
I chose the staff, right? I forgot. I guess we'll find out. Feels like it takes a bit of experience to level. Oh, Donald just got max AP. I don't think I can actually pick up the money. I don't think I can actually utilize it though. Nope. He still just has Cure and Thunder, and that's it. So go ahead and just head into this door and activate this cutscene. Somehow Donald and Goofy beat us in.
Master Jensen, it's an honor.
Hey there.
Sora, show some respect.
So, you are Sora. Now then, have you seen the king yet?
Yes, we did, Master, but we didn't get a chance to talk to him.
Yes, the king has been quite busy of late. Therefore, it would seem that the task of instructing you three falls upon my shoulders. You have a perilous journey ahead of you. You must be well prepared.
You mean we have to go on another quest? I was looking forward to finding my friend Riku, so we could go back to the islands.
What a boring game that would have made.
No. However, everything in your journey, Sora, is connected. Whether you will find your way home to the islands, whether you will return alone or with your friend, and whether or not the islands will still be there. And the key that connects them all is you, Sora.
I'm the key?
Because you use the Keyblade.
Chosen wielder of the Keyblade, you are the key that will open the door to light. This book contains valuable knowledge you will need for your journey. Study it carefully. Once you have finished, we will speak of the enemies you will surely confront.
And so we can read this book. But first, we got the map of the tower. So now we have a little mini map up in the top right. I forgot to mention it, but that is what the maps do. This book describes powerful spells. I can't just barge into this closet. You see a phantasmic view as if overlooking a sea of clouds. Off in the distance, you see a tribe of bird people. No. Now, whenever I see anything involving a sea of clouds, the very first thing that comes to mind will always be FF14. But, alright, let's read the book. Each journey gives rise to chance encounters, and each encounter brings forth a farewell. When a farewell leads to a journey, the world opens their hearts. There are those chosen by the light and those ensnared by darkness. Friends who share the same bonds, though their paths may differ. When you doubt the path trod thus far, when the hand you held is lost to you, gaze anew at the heart that once was, for all the answers are within. This is a strange tower, I wonder why it was built. Adventuring rule number 8. I guess he thought about a bunch of his own rules while he was asleep because of Phil. I don't know. Search every corner of a new place. We have to read that book like Master Yin Sid said. We've been asleep for a while, so we need to know what's been going on. Do we actually know how long? And then, of course, there's Yen Sid, who I'm standing on top of the table of. That book contains important knowledge. Be sure to read it. So yeah, Yen Sid, as I'm sure you've noticed, is the mage from Fantasia. So, yeah. Interlude. A long dream, a sad farewell, hanging in the air in that world between. What is reality and what is illusion? The path chosen by the young boy leads to his memories. When caught in the stream of the days and nights going past. Excuse me. Gaze anew at your steps, for there all confusion will end. Will the day come when this battle, born of confusion, will end? It is different things to different people. Can the reality be that which is hidden? The reason is mere existence. Still, memories can be believed. Be not afraid, and trust your bodies to the soothing waves of your memories. By and by, your fleeting rest will be over, and everything will begin. And there's a little save point if you want it.
But wait a sec. How come the Heartless are still running around?
Your past endeavors did prevent an immense effusion of Heartless from the Great Darkness. Make no mistake about that. However, The Heartless are darkness made real, and darkness yet lingers in every heart. The Heartless are pure, but while darkness exists in a single heart, it will be difficult to eliminate them.
Gorge, that must mean if everybody's heart was full of light, them Heartless would go away.
Now, it is time to speak of the enemies that you will encounter.
That will never happen, though. It's Donald. Donald's the enemy? Oh, well, now he's the shadow.
If one such as you, Donald, yields to the darkness in their
I would think he would make a wizard.
they too will become a Heartless. But you know this.
Donald's like, why me?
Heartless are always lurking and ever seeking to capture new hearts. Never let your guard down. Now then. At times, if someone with a strong heart and will, be they evil or good, becomes a Heartless, the empty shell they leave behind begins to act with a will of its own. An empty vessel whose heart has been stolen away. A spirit that goes on even as its body fades from existence. For you see, no bodies do not truly exist at all. Nobodies may seem to have feelings, but this is a ruse. They only pretend to have hearts. You must not be deceived.
Nobodies. They don't exist.
Weird.
Now then, the being you see before you is known as a dusk. They are the most common form of nobody. But there are others, some larger, some with...
Like Twilight Thorn.
Be vigilant. On your journey, you will meet an alarming number of dusks. They will all attempt to do you harm. Still, they are nothing but empty shells, destined to return to darkness. But... the beings you see before you now are different. These powerful nobodies have formed a group called Organization 13. It commands the lesser nobodies.
For some reason, these guys seem familiar.
While Heartless act on instinct, nobodies function in a higher manner. They can think and plan, and it seems they are working towards a goal. What that goal is, we do not know. The king sensed the danger and journeyed forth to fight it. He found the Dark Realm's Keyblade and with it closed the door. Now he's traveling from world to world, fighting the Heartless as he seeks the answer to the riddle of the Nobodies and Organization 13.
Then I guess we better go find the king first.
What world could he be?
Well, we won't know till we look.
Yeah, and the king must know where Riku is, because the two of them were together in the realm of darkness when we closed the door. You know, after defeating Ansem.
So, before you go, you will need more suitable traveling clothes. Those look a bit too small for you. Through there, you'll find 3 good fairies. If you ask, they'll create for you appropriate garments.
Gosh, Sora, you sure are growing fast.
I guess.
This outfit doesn't have nearly enough zippers on it. But we'll be sure to fix that here in a second.
Me, you guys, Riku, and the king. I don't care who this organization is or what it's planning. With the 5 of us, I mean, 6 of us, there's nothing to worry about, right?
Yeah.
Sora, can't you count? If it's you, these guys, Riku, and the king, that's 5, not 6. Now, it makes me wonder if he was including Roxas in that count, or what exactly was going on there. Maybe he's counting against it, I don't know. An image of you being overcome by the power of darkness blows into your mind. I'm sure that'll never happen. An image of the Keyblade unleashing its ultimate power flows into your mind. Possessing all abilities. Obtaining old powers. Utilizing your magic to its fullest. And utilizing your strength to its fullest. I'm still trying to figure out these mirrors, actually. Because I think they're tied to certain things, and you get things if you return here and look at them. Or maybe they're just hints. I don't know. Either way, we want to talk to the ones walking around first. These clothes will help you only as much as your growth allows. Their true potential lies dormant. It's your job to unleash it. We've been told about you. Hurry up and try on these new clothes. That is after you've prepared for your journey, of course. Once you've changed, you're off.
Well, look who's here, dears. Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
Oh, if you're looking for clothes, you've come to the right place.
I'll do the designing.
Speaking of Maleficent, these, of course, are the fairies from Sleeping Beauty. I also just noticed they have little shapes on each of their
Oh, that will never do.
brooches.
Oh, now, dears.
The red one's a square, the green one's a triangle, and the blue one's is a diamond.
Hold on.
Are you certain?
Blue.
And then Sora became a color wheel. Oh, there's a crow.
Would you just decide?
Well,
All right, then. Together now, dears. And no more squabbling.
And now we're wearing white, because that's what red, blue, and green mean. No. Not quite.
lovely.
Oh, yes. He does look very dashing.
Not zippers, belts. We needed more belts. And now we have belts on our waist. We have 3 belts on our waist.
They
2
have
belts around our
very
legs.
special powers. Take the orb, dear,
And I'm gonna stop talking over these guys.
And watch what happens.
Whoa!
That's weird. Goofy can't still be there.
Whoa.
Wow.
2 Keyblades.
This journey's going to be twice as difficult as your last.
We don't mean that our, like...
Garments also have other powers. But you'll have to discover what they are as you continue on your journey.
Okay, I'll do my best. And thanks a lot.
Oh, and there's something else for you from Master Yen said. Oh, boy!
So now we obtain 2 things. One's the new Keyblade, which is the Star Seeker, and it is Air Combo Plus. Oh, I forgot to mention, but all Keyblades now have abilities attached to them. And with Goofy's help, we can use the drive gauge to transform into Valor. Now, in the original game, there was a weird thing about being able to change this Kingdom Key into... And you still can't. That sucks. Because, I really wanted to be able to switch the Star Seeker with the Kingdom Key, but it won't let you. Well, the Kingdom Key has an ability called Damage Control. That's actually different. It used to be Defender, which was just a defense up. But now it has damage taken in critical situations. So it's... If I had to liken it to something, it's kind of like the Red Ring or whatever it's called from Dark Souls. And we have a Mithril Stone there. Much easier to get in this game, right? Anyway, these are all the abilities you have in Valor form, and you cannot change them. Now, it was saying in a thing that I just basically skipped over that your forms themselves have different experience values and levels. Valor form, of course, starts at level 1. And if you look at experience, it says for each attack dealt to the enemy, 1 point of experience is gained. So, we do 80 hits, we level up the form. Leveling up the form can have a couple of different effects, like upgrading the ability High Jump level 1 to High Jump level 2 at level 3 form, if I remember correctly. I don't remember what level 2 does. I think it has something to do with the drive form being extended, but I can't remember exactly. But if you get it to level 3 and get this High Jump level 2, Sora learns High Jump level 1, so it's extremely useful. There's also the journal, but we'd be looking at that every single time something happens if we wanted to get that new thing out there, so I'm just going to ignore it. Huh? Sora, I think you dropped something. Huh? It must have fallen out of your pocket. What the crap is this thing? What is it? Part of a picture? What? This is the weirdest looking picture I've ever seen. Is this a gift too? Oh? We don't know anything about that. But if you found it in your pocket, it must have something to do with your adventure. Hold on to it, dear. In fact, you should hold on to any other pieces you come across on your journey. I'll make sure to note them in my journal. Thanks, Gemini. We obtained a puzzle piece. That's the new thing in, Final Mix. Okay, so if we look at the journal, you can look at your pieces. And you see that's a piece. So there you go. Okay? Okay. Moving on. Let's go back and see Master Yen said. Hey, it's our gummy ship.
Hey, it's the gummy ship.
That's exactly what I just said, Donald.
So you guys ready to go?
Now, just a moment. Because of your previous endeavors, the worlds have returned to their original states. That means the pathways between them have disappeared.
How do we get around?
Do not fear. If what the king suspected proves true, the worlds have prepared new pathways along which you may travel. These pathways may be utilized by unlocking special gates. How these gates are opened, I'm afraid I do not know. However, the Keyblade will serve as your guide. When a beam of light radiates from the Keyblade, return to the gummy ship. Though the worlds may seem far apart and out of reach, they nonetheless remain connected by invisible ties, as do our hearts.
Our hearts are connected.
That is correct.
Got it.
But be warned, as you proceed, the heartless and the nobodies will be using their own paths. Corridors of darkness to travel from world to world. They may be attempting to link these dark pathways to the gates between the worlds.
Hey, that's not fair.
Now then, That is all the information I can give to you. Go forth, Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Everyone is waiting.
Okay, let's get going.
Master Hudson.
We sure do appreciate the help.
And then he dies.
My goodness, what's that?
Looks like Maleficent's cloak.
Haven't we seen this somewhere before?
Yes, dear. I wonder whose it was.
Oh, Maleficent!
No, we mustn't remember her name. Oh, dear.
She was a mean old witch. Oh no, the memories are coming back. What'll we do? Oh, what'll we do?
It's moving like the cloak from Doctor Strange.
Perhaps we should tell Master Yin Sid.
Yes, that's what we must do. Hurry.
She's back!
Maleficent!
Why? How? Maybe it had something to do with Sleeping Beauty. Oh, so Chip and Dale!
Favorite gummy engineers here, ready for duty. Chip and Dale. Happy flying.
Now, just like the first game, you can sit there and customize your gummy ship till the cows come home, but
That's no good.
don't bother.
Wait, I think it's a world we know.
You can use the left stick to fly the gummy ship, press circle to dash, not X. That is the Japanese thing. And you can also see previews of the next worlds coming up. This one and this one. And that's pretty much all I know. This is the entire world map. A lot of it's locked behind these swirling green bubble things. And from what I remember, if a world has the light swirling about it like that, it's like some kind of a thing that tells you that there's stuff to do in that world or something like that. I can't exactly remember. But let's land in Hollow Bastion. There's a familiar world for you.
Maleficent! Maleficent! Maybe they really did finish her off.
Not likely.
This castle sure ain't what I expected. No shine, no nothing.
Looks a bit different too, doesn't it?
Now what's gonna happen to our plan?
I like birds. Anyway, Hollow Bastion will be our new hub of operations, as opposed to the Traverse Town of the first game. Because people have been rebuilding here. In fact, you can even see that looking at the castle. There's like little cranes and stuff.
Gorge, looks kind of different now. Uh-oh, looks like we're gonna have to do some fighting.
I mean, don't we do that everywhere we go, Goofy? Welcome to the Kingdom Hearts 2 version of Hollow Bastion. Thankfully, they did not get rid of the old songs. We still have Scherza di Notte as the battle song, and I can never remember the name of this song, but Also, the puzzle pieces have extremely picky hitboxes, so you have to ram your face up into them to get them to register. Now, we could buy ability rings, but that's a waste. What would not be a waste, however, would be armor. Well, this is also weapons as well, I believe. No, it's not, actually. Okay. But we could buy a Shadow Anklet if we wanted to. We're not going to. This is the weapons shop, run by Louis. And of course you want both the Hammer Staff and the Adamant Shield. They are just outright better than the Mage's Staff and the Knight's Shield. So, there you go. Especially because the Adamant Shield, much like the large shields of the last game, do the, that thing. Also, you need high jump to get to that. We could actually go into Valor Form right now, but I believe that still wouldn't be enough to get it. Anyway, this is an item shop. You can buy potions and ethers and tents here, if you so desire. And the Moogle Synthesis shop works a bit differently in this game. For completing collections and obtaining certain materials, you get items for just doing that. And they are deposited, which means now they'll just be here forever until you use them. To use them, you go to recipes, and there are no creatable items. So that's about it. Because we have no recipes. Oh, and then there's this guy. He's new to this game. And I could have sworn there was voice acting, okay? Uncle Scrooge! Who? He's Donald's uncle, a business typhoon. Don't you mean before the Heartless showed up, he traveled the worlds on a gummy ship with the king. He was helping to set up a traffic system. A transit system! What's all the rackets? Why, if it isn't Donald and Goofy! Hello, lads! Hi, you all look hale and hearty. So do you, Uncle Scrooge. If only I were. I cannot seem to recreate my favorite old-time ice cream. I'd make millions if I just got it right. Terrible! I mean, that's pretty much all you need to know about that. This shop is actually a giant refrigerator. So there you go. Alright, well, with all that done, let's go into town. And we have our first good opportunity to use Valor Form coming up here.
Hey, what's going on?
That's the town's defense mechanism.
Hey, there's a familiar voice. It's Yuffie!
Yuffie!
Sporting some really cool duds, might I say.
Right. Yeah, this is it.
Now, you could use reversal and stuff on these guys, but honestly, it's kind of a waste of Valor Form active. You can just kind of plow through enemies really, really fast, because Valor Form specializes in really quick combos, which is good considering how it levels up.
Hey, you guys! I see you're still in top form.
What'd you expect? Looks like you're doing okay.
Well, what did you expect?
How are the others?
Great!
Hey, Yuffie, have you seen the king and Riku?
Nope. But I had a feeling I'd see you guys again.
We may never meet again, but we'll never forget each other.
Is that supposed to be Leon? Everybody's working on stuff over at Merlin's house. Come on.
You're gonna have to show us where that is, Yuffie. We've never been to this town before. But we got a map of the marketplace. And we leveled up and got a new ability called Item Boost, which will actually be pretty useful because it increases effect of healing items by 50%, and right now healing items is the only way we can heal. So instead of 40% we get 60%, which would basically make all potions high potions. Meanwhile, high potions would be a disgusting 90%. So it would be useful. Experience boost isn't really that useful because of the fact that it requires you to be at half health or less. So we'll turn on aerial recovery. Now we can do a little bit of exploring. Get an AP boost here, which honestly is only good for Sora, so you might as well just use it. I think it's an ingredient. No, it's not, because the only synthesis items in this game are the synthesis items. The shard stones, crystals, and the fourth thing that I always forget. I desperately wish I could switch the Kingdom Key for the Stardust Breeze, or whatever it's called, but guess not. Also, I'm sure you've noticed in this game that there is actually a small caveat to chests and stuff now, because you can actually open them during battle. I think I touched on that before, but I'll re-emphasize it. Also, we have a guard. That's still a thing. It didn't go away. With Valor Form we might be able to get that, but it's honestly not really worth going after anyway. Sora, please, grab the ledge. Okay, got a Mithril Shard, nice. For now, our combos will be pretty basic, just like the beginning of the first game. It's no longer called Lucid Shards, by the way, they are now Dark Shards. So, you know, very, very edgy. And that's Merlin's house. The one with the chest next to it. So we go in there, and we trigger the next series of story events. But I don't want to do that just yet, without getting all the chests and stuff first. That contains a high potion. To the point where I should probably switch the potions for high potions. And then just make it so Goofy restocks. We should also check customize. Often or Last Hope. We'll set them both to Last Hope, though I feel like that might be a mistake. But I guess we'll find out. We also have a new item, which of course is the AP boost, the drive recovery, the elixir, and the bright shard. Oh, bright shard. You get those from soldiers. Drive recovery is kind of like a tent, which restores 3 full drive gauges by using it. But they are kind of rare, so I would suggest not doing that too much until near the end of the game.
Meet the Hollow Bastion Restoration Committee.
We missed you.
Well, if you ain't in top shape.
I knew it.
Knew what?
A while back, everyone suddenly remembered you guys, all at the same time.
You remembered? Wait, does that mean you forgot about us?
So where have you guys been all this time?
We were sleeping.
Where? In cold storage?
Something like that.
It doesn't matter. This is great. Everyone's together again.
So, we're trying to find Riku and the king. Have you seen him? Right.
Sorry. But let us know if there's anything we can do to help, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Don't go thanking us just yet.
Hollow Bastion's got a problem. A big problem.
You mean like nobodies and heartless?
That's right.
Sounds like you could use our help.
Then let's cut to the chase. Sora, Donald, Goofy, we were hoping the three of you might give us a hand around here.
Like we're gonna say no?
I forgot who I'm dealing with.
What do you mean by that?
Just think of it as a sort of Leon compliment.
Speaking of Leon, what's up with this base?
Follow me to the Bailey. There's something you need to see.
Oh, hey, Merlin.
Oh, I thought it was you. Right on time.
It's Brian!
Sora and the gang said they're gonna help out.
Splendid. We'll count on you.
Right.
Ah,
Right.
yes. Did you give them the cards, dear?
Oh god, not cards again. I can't do cards.
Here.
No, not again.
Presents for you. Leon thought you might like to have them.
Hollow Bastion Restoration Committee honorary member.
What was your cards?
Kinda cool, huh?
Hey, thanks, Leon. Huh?
You kind of went on ahead.
No,
And...
we're supposed to be at the Bailey.
Just a moment, Sora. What about your magic? Huh? Oh, that's right. Maybe you forgot it while you were asleep. Which is a total BS excuse, by the way. Now, what am I to do with you? I suppose I'll have to lend you a few spells, but be careful with them. Thanks, Merlin. To the Bailey and fast! And we learn... Well, we also get a membership card. But we learn Blizzard. Which will actually be decently useful, especially considering we have zero magic. So we will equip Blizzard to... Square. Square is usually a good place for it. Actually, we'll just equip it to everything. Why not? It's not like I have any other spells. So Blizzard, much like it was in the last game, is a shotgun ability, basically. Also, you can get an awakening puzzle piece up there. Observe a few of these things. I believe you can find stuff in these sometimes. Maybe not. And everyone says stuff, but honestly, it's not important. So we'll just title screen. No, don't do that. I'd be pretty sad. We'd have to replay that entire section. Luckily, it'd be a bit faster because we could skip the cutscenes, but let's not. Let's just not. Now you could sit here and grind for more drive gauge, but we're not gonna do that. Instead, we'll head in here to the Bailey. What is the Bailey? I still don't know. But it's this thing.
Look at that.
Oh.
We want to restore Hollow Bastion to what it used to be. Who knows? Maybe even something better. There's still a lot to do, but I'm sure we can handle everything. Except for that and that.
Two dusks? Can't handle two dusks?
We'll handle them.
Well, that's good to hear. So, Sora, do you know what's going on then?
There's this guy, Pete, who's been going around plotting with the Heartless. But he's not smart enough to tie his own shoes. The ones we need to worry about are the nobodies.
And those Organization 13 guys in charge, too.
You called?
You're doing well.
Who's that?
This calls for a celebration.
Now, something important about magic. Unlike the first game, it does things. You can combo them. And we'll be wanting to do that here in a second, but for now, let's just beat up these dusks. Donald and Goofy are still gaining experience, thankfully. Well, now's a good chance to show that off, and boom. So... Ow. Goofy and Donald are still gaining experience, even though they're not here. And our job right now is to protect these gates. And the best way to do that is actually to counter the new nobody we just solved, like, briefly, which was known as the Samurai. Now, there are a few attacks in this game that do this menu thing, such as their reaction command, which is the end. Or no, dual stance. Once the end pops up, you just scroll right to it, and if you do it quick enough, you do a pretty sweet AoE attack that does quite a bit of damage to everything around you. So,
the Keyblade,
pretty good.
A truly marvelous weapon. Were it only in more capable hands.
Well, screw you, guy.
Show yourselves.
And there are 6 of them. Weird. What happened to the other 7?
Organization 13!
Anyway.
Good. Now we can settle this.
What a shame. And here I thought we could be friends.
Stop! What's the big idea?
Oopsie daisy.
Move!
Now, do you think that's polite? Shutting me down like that?
Oh, I know who this
Get out
is.
of the way!
As if. You can talk all you want, but that won't change a thing.
Then we are gonna make you move.
See, that would work if I were just any old dude. Except I'm not. I'm with the organization. Nothing any old about me.
Huh. Tough talk for someone who stood on the sidelines while his nobody flunkies did the fighting.
Oh dear. I think you got the wrong impression.
You gonna cry?
As if. Why don't I remind you how tough the crowd you're dealing with really is?
Remind me?
Yeah, we did kind of wipe out half you guys, didn't we?
That's right! Used to give me that same exact look.
I guess you think you can psych me out by saying really random stuff.
Gee, I just don't know. Be a good boy now.
Donald, you were, like, a minute late on that.
Who gave him the same look?
You know,
I'm sure
I
it's
think
not
he
important.
was just trying to confuse you.
Yeah, you're right. Only one me.
There is now, I guess.
the Hollow Bastion Restoration Committee honorary member.
Whoa!
Wow!
Huh?
What's this?
Gorge, you think?
Is this some kind of weird special ability you put into this card, guys? Actually, no. What it is, from what I can tell, certain items in this game let you unlock paths to new worlds. It's honestly kind of weird and doesn't make that much sense, but we'll just go with it.
Oh, now I get it. That must have been the gate Yen Sid talked about.
Oh boy!
Sorry to run, Leon, but other worlds are calling.
Organization 13. They look tough. Be careful out there.
You got this, Leon.
See you soon.
Just like you had Ultimecia. Also, still not a fan of Final Fantasy VIII. But got a secret Ansem report for doing that. And more importantly, we got Fire Element, which works very differently
Do
in
my
this game.
eyes deceive me? Does he really have the power to wield the Keyblade? He's nothing but a boy.
I have no idea who that is.
It means he's straight as an arrow. He's pure of heart. Unlike all of us here.
Because you don't have hearts?
Or else he's worthless. I truly hope he's enjoying himself on his adventure.
Okay, well, I know exactly who that is.
Maybe he'd like a hand to determine his fate.
Hey, as long as it works in our favor, we can let him do what he wants for now. Then we'll all jump in if needed.
Those are bold words coming from you. Are you saying you'll volunteer to take care of it if things go wrong? Huh?
What? Me? No, you have the wrong guy. I'm not comfortable with that.
You act as though you have a conscience. When was the last time any one of us felt anything?
Truer words were never spoken. Well, I suppose the fun will have to wait.
Do you know what happens to those who lose their true purpose? Inevitably, they destroy themselves.
Gentlemen, the hero of the Keyblade has embarked on a new adventure. Make sure it is one he will remember.
Unlike the other one, where he was in a castle. I'll just keep looking all self-important on this throne. Hey, wait a minute.
Hey! What happened to Twilight Town? It's gone!
I mean, it's not gone. I can kind of see it still. It's right there. It's just being protected by some kind of a force field or something like that. Anyway, we have two new worlds. We can't access either without getting through those two gates. And we have the third world right over here. Now, I've been debating on this for a while, because, like, the first game, the technically second world you go to is this one, which has the cure element to it, though in the first game, technically, it was the third world that had cure. And normally I'd go for it first, but it's also really hard to do it. Yeah, screw it. I like to have cure. So we're gonna go there first. Anyway, just like the first game, we have this little gummy ship. And I'll show the launch sequence the first time. But not every time, because, you know, it'd start to get boring after a while. Anyway, let's start it up. Now this time around, the gummy ship is quite a lot more action-oriented. Also, you have to press the crap out of X, and that's not good. But we have a little point system, and badges, and specials, and pieces to get, and all that good stuff. Now, it's mainly nobodies, from what I remember, that you run into on these. And if there are red enemies, well, gold enemies, they will drop, like, special pieces. You want to try and improve your score as much as you can, though. You do lose score by, taking hits, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I'm not very good at these, so I just kind of go through them and hope I don't die. Oh, just like any shmup, or actually this is a rail shooter. There's like boss enemies, and they have like, you know, different patterns and stuff, and you gotta dodge them and all that good stuff. This one's pretty easy though. Just shoot him a few times and he dies. Kill those guys because they're bombs, and they will kill pretty much every enemy on the screen. You have different ranks depending on how many points you're getting. I don't really understand them that well, but they affect your score. That's pretty much all I know. You want the green because those are health. That ring attack always reminds me of Clockwork in Sly Cooper. Oh, there's also this guy. You can dash dodge by using circle, so it's a little hard to do that while you're trying to sit there and spam X. You want to try and break this guy's arms because that's how he attacks. Ow. And I believe that's also how you damage him. But don't quote me on that. Anyway, we finished Stardust Sweep. Not a terrible score, but, you know, not the best either. And we obtained a new blueprint. Yay! Now, for the sake of my thumb, we're not going to be doing a second one. So instead, let's just go to Beast's Castle. You may notice the battle level is 13. That's a new thing, by the way, in this game. You have, like, battle levels, so you have an idea of the recommended level, instead of, you know, a number of stars that was super ambiguous and didn't make any sense. Of course, this world would be like level 10, I believe. But we're gonna be doing something crazy, so let's go. This also means the experience we'll be gaining here will be insane, but...
Hey, what is this place?
Beast Castle, didn't you see the name?
It's sort of gloomy, don't you think?
I wonder who lives here.
I'd recognize that roar anywhere.
Does anybody else recognize that?
Hey, that's the beast.
Or a very angry wolf.
Check up on him.
Look.
Oh, especially because there are Heartless running around in this castle. Welcome early to Beast's Castle. This is one of my more favorite world themes in this game. Ba 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 da da. Well, that's a pretty rose. But these are just shadows, so, you know, if we had Valor form ready, we could totally wipe them out, but we don't. So instead, we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way. Actually, we do. So let's go. Oh, auto Valor for level 2, that's right. Okay. Auto Valor, not a bad idea. And if you're in a form when you go into a cutscene, you actually get to keep that form in the cutscene. So it's pretty cool. Yep, that's the beast, alright. Just wiped out those Heartless. Blah! My precious. That's a fine how do you do. Good to see you too, jerk off.
Gee, do you think he maybe forgot who we are?
With this many Heartless around, something must be up.
Why do you have to do that?
Well, that was odd. Okay, now there's a couple things we want to do and we have a bit of a time limit. First off, there's Auto Valor. You can set the reaction command to use Valor in a pinch, which means your HP is lower. I don't really use them though. But it's there if you want it. Oh, I know what that means. I have no idea what that means. But, we should have also shown off what Fire does, but I wanted to use the Valor form. Fire is pretty cool though. It's more of a shield than anything. Anyway, we have a shop here. Shops are now in pretty much every world in the game. And they'll sell accessories and items mainly. So we can get the Sardonyx ring, which actually wouldn't be a terrible idea. But I like to save my money. And we have this save point here. Now what we want to do is jump back to the world map. Because if we do that while we're still in a form, you gain max drive gauge and you're out of it now. So something important to note, especially for when later on we want to drive form grind, but that'll be later. We don't have to worry about that too much right now because we'll hit max level here in a second. Because max level, as of right now, for forms is 3. If I remember correctly. What now? I just know I saw a lady at the top of those stairs. Well, if the beast is here in the castle, that lady must have been Belle, right? Yeah, maybe so. Belle might know what's happened to the beast, too. Come on, let's go find her. Now, the entrance hall will introduce a couple new enemies. The hook bats, which are really neat, I must say, especially in design and all that. If you revert to drive form early, it does not give you form gauge back, so there's really no reason to do that. Except for certain times when you don't want the form active. Oh, funny thing about Valor form is that you can't use magic, so you want to be careful about that. Oh, we could have used his reaction command. The bat's reaction command is actually pretty funny. But we'll have a chance to look at that later. For now, let's head up here. Try and get more attacks in if we can. Nice thing about the PS4 version of this game. Oh. not what I meant.
Hi, who opened the door?
Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Donald. Sora. Goofy.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Put me down. Put me down.
Oh.
Squeezing him just a little too hard there, Bill. Where's the beast? Oh, he must be in the West Wing. We don't talk like we used to. Did something happen? Yes. Isn't that why you're here? Not exactly, but we can still help. Since we're here and all. The beast won't talk to you? He's been acting strange lately. The only ones who might know why are locked up in the dungeon. I want to help them, but... Wait a second, who locked who up? The beast locked up his servants. Why? That's what I don't know. Where's this dungeon? Well, you can get to the Undercroft from the West Hall. The dungeon is down there. West Hall, got it. Be careful. Now, the nice thing about the PS4 version of this game is that warping back to the world map and all that is pretty much instantaneous. So, unlike the PS2 version where there was a bit of a load time and it made it really cumbersome to do that, nowadays, it's not as bad. Anyway, we have a map of the castle, so now we have that. And we're back up to max drive gauge again. So that's pretty nice. We'll actually be hitting max Valor form very soon. And then I'll be able to show off a bit of what fire does. So we won't get to really see it showcased until we get to that first world that we were supposed to go to. That we ended up not doing so. Oh hey, there's a familiar face. It's the large body. And just like, oh my god, that hurt. Just like in the first game. He does pretty much exactly what he did before. Which was, you know... Oh, except that's new. But... he defends attacks from the front, basically is what I'm trying to get across. Now we have a high jump level 2. Yay! Look at us go. And if you look at the status screen, we now see next level is 0. So that's the max level drive gauge can get right now. There are certain points in this game, I believe it's whenever you get a new drive form, that it will increase that level cap. But for now, just know that the max level of our Valor form is 3, and it was really easy to get to. So just enter the Beast Castle, really. You don't even have to do the whole thing if you don't want to. Just kind of enter it, do the first few battles, and then you're good. There should be a way into the Undercroft around here. And now we enter the West Hall. We should also equip our new ability, High Jump Level 1. That requires 2 AP. Okay, well, now's a good time to use that AP up, right? So now, Sora has 1 more AP. And we can equip High Jump Level 1, whereas Valor Form gets High Jump Level 2. And it's pretty high. You think that's high, though? Just wait. Now, we can't get up here because there are soldiers blocking the way. Or suits of armor, as apparently. There are also a couple of chests back there. And if I remember correctly, if I do this quick enough, it will cancel out the drive form, I think. Here it is! Do you mind? Yep, and now we have Drive Max. So we have to move the wardrobe. That weird looking wardrobe is blocking our way. It also freaking talks. So yeah, What you have to do is spam triangle, spam triangle, spam triangle, spam triangle, stop! You notice the reaction command changes to waken whenever you're about to screw it up and have her retaliate and probably start over. But you do that 3 times if you're a normal person and not a speedrun. And you can get her out of the way. And I was just starting to get comfortable. May I help you? Huh? What? Oh, right. Belle needs us to get to the dungeon. Goodness! You're here to help my friends? Well, why didn't you say so? I'm sorry I startled you. Oh, I used to be human, you know, until the Enchantress cast her spell. I was turned into a wardrobe when the prince was turned into a beast. The prince is the beast? The beast is a prince? That's right, although his behavior was far from princely at the time. 228. Okay. What's this about a spell? Well, it was a cold winter's night. And that's enough for now. You can hear the rest when you've rescued the others. It'll give you something to look forward to. Ah. Hurry now, the dungeon is damp and chilly. Certainly no place for a clock. A clock? You'll find out soon enough. Alright, let's get going. Now for our first boss, and this one's a little bit tricky, especially at this level, so when you're playing in critical mode, this is like one of the tougher challenges.
This must be it.
But we're only playing in hard mode, so it's not gonna be that difficult, but I still might die. It's very possible. It hits pretty hard. But welcome to our mini-boss fight for the day, the Possessor. Also, they do a fist bump with each other. It's kind of hilarious. They're also differently colored in the Final Mix version. Because if I remember correctly, they're normally like blue and purple and stuff. Also, dodge that as best you can. Wow, when I said I might die, I didn't think it'd be that freaking fast. I don't want to use it right now. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and continue. There's a special mechanic for if you die, but we'll worry about that another time. For now, just know that you need to dodge or guard right away. And then attack the Possessor. Now, those gargoyle statues, because we're as low level as we are, will kill us in 2 hits. So you gotta be careful of that. Somehow. Now, this will always activate the first time during boss fights. But again, I don't want to use it here. I want to use it for something later. So... Man, 2 hits though, that's pretty insane. Okay, we might want to dollar up here. This will help our survivability a little bit. But only a little bit. It doesn't give us more defense or anything like that, so still gotta be careful of that. Dang, man, these gargoyle statues are freaking annoying. Luckily, continue starts us right outside the battle, so it's not too difficult to get back to. Also, keep in mind, if you go into Valor, it basically gives you a free defense. Now, the main kind of draw of Valor is its aerial combos and everything, but... And release. Get that thing out of it, and attack it. Yeah, because of item boost, we have a 90% heal on all items, so at least there's that. Dang, man. This is hard. Ow. Well, that worked just as well as I was expecting it to. This might be too difficult at this level.
Let's go.
It's also a bit of RNG dependent on these gargoyle statues. But you can get rid of them. Okay, that gets rid of them. That'll make things much easier. Also, apparently pressing square does not guard, so keep that in mind. Now we just have hook bats, and those are much easier to deal with. Now this is the Possessor main boss body. And when he pops back in, you need to be careful because he's doing... What is that? Ah, Batcry would have been good. Apparently in the second form, he does a totally different attack. So you gotta be careful of that. I have no high potions left. That might be a problem. Ow. Hey Donald, do you mind giving me a bit of a heal? Hello? Hello? Oh, he's FMP. God dang it. I don't know if I can do this. Okay. First things first, then. Start off with a guard. That third hit will be random, so you want to be careful of that. Also, going into Valor is a full heal. I forgot to mention that because I kind of forgot it was a thing. But... it is indeed a thing, so don't forget about it. Okay, release him. Take him out. Sardonic's ring, or the defense one, might not be a bad idea here actually because of the defense. Oh, there's actually a crown up here. Might as well grab it then. Now, Batcry lets you do like a combo with the bat. It does not damage the bat itself though, so you gotta make sure you're aware of that. But it will help you damage the boss. Oh, I guess he's immune to magic. Huh. Well, that's good to know. Anyway, let's get him to release so we can heal up a bit. And with that second, he finally is defeated, and we gain a couple of abilities. Donald learns Dawn of Fire, which will actually be decently useful. Though not very. And we learn an ability called Upper Slash, which I don't remember what does. But we'll be sure to read the description and then we'll know. Anyway, we can open the door to the dungeon now. You think the dungeon's past this door? Come on, we gotta set those servants free. He's right, let's go. So now we can explore this room to our leisure. So you didn't need to, like, grab the things during the battle. Anything like that, but... Now, as you can see, because of our auto-reload, we just get those high potions right back. So at least there's that. Upper Slash. Knocks the target into the air during the combo square. Oh, that's not that useful. What is useful though is Dawn of Fire. Anyway, let's head into the store.
There's nobody here.
You mean there's nobody to rescue?
Did someone say rescue?
Shh. Keep quiet. It might be them.
Oh, they look like nice boys to me.
We are nice. We're your friends.
Yeah, Belle sent us to find you.
The appliances are walking! Wow.
I'm Sora. Donald. Goofy.
Don't. I am self-winding, sir. I am. It's not too.
I'm glad you're okay.
Well, Cogsworth won't be,
overjoyed
but...
to see you. Did somebody put a spell on you guys too?
No. Yes, that's right. You've heard. It was the Enchantress.
It seems so long ago.
It was a cold winter's night. An old beggar woman came to the castle and asked for shelter.
But the master of this castle, that is, of course, the prince... Stop that! Put me down this instant! Thank you.
The master turned her away, all because of her meager appearance. That's awful. He was a spoiled prince, so selfish and, how shall I say, cruel. Lumiere! The old woman warned our master not to be deceived by appearances, and still he would not take her in. Then the old woman's ugliness melted away to reveal a beautiful enchantress. I'm trying to go for British, but for some reason I'm having a hard time. She turned the prince into a beast, a shape she thought fitting for his cold heart. And to further punish him, everyone in the castle was enchanted too. Wow, that's quite a story. Is there anything we can do to help? Let's get the enchantress! Oh no, dear. We already know what needs to be done. Come on, French. But with the master out of sorts, he sure is acting weird. It's almost as if he's forgotten how to trust others. You don't suppose he's been turned into a heartless, do you? Heartless? If they're a part of this, then it's a good thing we're here. Let's go find the beast! Splendid! Oh, follow me, messieurs. I know a shortcut. Yeah, I don't know. I can't do French, so it's just throwing me off. But we have a basement map, AP boost again, and a save point, which we will gladly use. Alright, well, let's head into the Undercroft. Hey, we've been here before. But if you hop up here, using your new high jump level 1, you can ask for Cogsworth's help. Allow our guests to pass. Okay. After you. Now comes an interesting mission. Alright, how do we get out of here? I'm afraid we won't be marching out that easily. You see, the door leading to the other side is concealed by a sort of contraption. What kind of contraption? Observe. The lantern came down. Indeed it did. If we could but light all the lanterns in this passage, the secret door would open. But as you can see, the lanterns are already burning with an enchanted flame. You must put out this enchanted flame before I am able to light the lanterns properly. Can't you just throw some water on them? I'm afraid that's not enough, but if you use the power of light... how about I try using the keyblade? Bravo! Approach each lantern and use the reaction command Sprinkle to put it out. Only 3 lanterns left. If we work together, we'll have that door open in no time. Piece of cake. Again, it is not quite so simple, mon ami. Certainly you cannot expect Cogsworth to hang from that handle forever. What? Why? Lumiere, you! If he gets tired and falls off, all the unlit lanterns will rise to the ceiling again. But you can continue. Before you can continue, you must see to Cogsworth. Once he gets his strength back, he'll grasp the lever again for you. Use the reaction command Restore to help Cogsworth recover his strength. Alright, let's give it a shot. Why we don't just have Goofy or Donald do it? Well, that's a whole other question.
Is this part? I think this'll do the trick.
Anyway, to get these guys to the lanterns, you unfortunately have to wait for Lumiere and Lady Teacup
I think this'll do the trick.
to get to the lantern. Also, I want this. Now, with a high jump level 1, I should be able to get this pretty easily. And Cogsworth is totally down for the count, but I want the chests up here. We'll grab them first.
I think this'll do the trick.
Please, hurry, and be quick about it.
Now we gotta lay the teacup. Lady, back to the, not the teacup, her son's the teacup, the teapot. And this is actually the very last lantern, but
This'll do the trick.
because we were being greedy and grabbing chests and stuff, well, we can't really do it in one shot, can we? Are we all set? The secret door should open now. But I don't see any secret door. No need to worry. Just push that block over there, the one that's sticking out. Okay. Got it. Bop. Why am I doing that? The game has sound effects. Alright. And the door is open! Now I must check on the castle. I fear my absence has been too long. I'd best be off too, dears. Watch out for Heartless! Master's room is at the very end of the west wing. I shall go on ahead and wait for you. Because in helping out... Oh, there is Lucid in this game. In helping out the beast. Also, apparently the suits of armor are still there, and they're still impassable. And remember those gargoyle statues that gave us a hard time? Yeah, they're still around. You know, interestingly enough, if we had the defense +1 boost from choosing the struggle weapon, we probably could have survived 3 hits. Or, well, survived 2 and made it to a 3rd. But it's hard to say. All I do know is that this thing is going to wreck our face if we are not careful. But now we have Valor Form ready, in case I need to heal. Don't want to waste too many of the high potions on that. Tents, of course, can be used out of battle, so you can use them to heal as well. In fact, I probably should have. Because they're really only useful before you get Cure. Once you get it, it's not that useful anymore. Anyway, let's collect this money. Unfortunately, without the draw command, it's a little harder to get that. Oh, you may notice that our form gauge is a little higher than it would normally be. And that is because every time you level it up, you gain a little more form gauge for your transformation, so it lasts a bit longer. That's pretty nice. Also, just look at the aerial combos. This is part of where the fun of this game really starts. Now, if we enter Beast's room, I believe it knocks us out of gauge form.
It's time you dealt with Belle. She's scheming to take everything you have. This castle, your precious Rose, and then your life. Trust no one. Feed your anger. Only anger will keep you strong.
I've had enough of strength. There's only one thing I want.
What? To love and be loved in return. Who could ever love a beast? See? She has accomplices.
But we're just here to kill you, Hey, get back here.
Hey, Prince.
Oh dear, Master!
Now, interestingly enough, we have the Nobody song playing here. Okay, so help the beast come to his senses, which is to, die. To die a horrible, painful death. Okay. Now, we have to use that reaction command, Wake Up, to stun him, and then do a combo. So it's not difficult, it's just I was doing it wrong. And once he's all the way down, we help Cogler gather energy by mashing triangle, and boom. Oh, we're getting an armor slot. Nice.
Cogsworth, what happened?
Well, Master, you see, that is, how shall I say, actually,
Well, you put everybody down there and got attention.
I did what?
you did?
Who was that guy you were talking to? The one in black?
Zaldan.
Zaldan.
That's his name. He came from the darkness. He used my anger to control me.
What a jerk.
He took all my sorrow, my sadness, my pain, and turned it all into rage. There was nothing I could do. I could no longer see the truth.
We'll all be. That must be why you threw all of your friends down there into the dungeon. You wanted to make sure that you didn't hurt them, right?
Was that it? Was it to protect them?
Sure. We know you're good inside.
He's right, Master. We've all seen how kind you can be. After all, Belle can see the goodness in your heart, but I'm afraid you've yet to...
Belle. I've mistreated her. I've mistreated her and been so selfish.
She didn't say anything about that.
She'd never tell anyone of my cruelty. She's too good.
You see, I'm afraid he judges himself far too harshly.
Why don't you just go talk to her?
But...
No excuses. Come on, we'll go with you.
We'll be your wingman. Alright, so now we can get the beasts into our party. We definitely want Donald because of Donald Cure. Do I want Beast? Yeah, we'll go with him. Now, Beast has a thing called Howling Moon. And also Auto Limit. We want to turn Auto Limit off because Auto Limit sucks. Increases defense by 3 in a pinch. Well, that's cool. Hyper Healing is much better though. He also gains item boost, so that's pretty nice. And Goofy also has Defender, but unlike Beast, he doesn't have anything else to use it for, so screw it, why not? Also got a Frost Shard and a Lucid Shard, and if you were paying attention, it said that Sora gained an armor slot. So we can go ahead and equip both the Elven Bandana and the Champion Belt, because we don't have enough belts on. And now we have the party command. It's pretty useful because you can switch out your party members on the fly, unless you're in battle, so keep that in mind. It's the rose. It emits a mysterious light. And that's about all it really does. Get a blazing shard out of that chest. And we can save here. Alright, well, let's go see Belle. That requires us passing through the West Wing, of course, which involves fighting Heartless. Now, keep in mind, without Goofy in the party, we can't go out Valor form, so you have to be a bit careful. But with Beast around, he should be able to wipe out these Heartless pretty dang fast, as well as put them into a stun state that will make it a bit easier for us to beat the crap out of them. Now, I'm thinking that I want at least one more level, because it'll hit us level 12 and we'll probably get a new ability. But more importantly, we might get more defense. And that's what I really need. Thankfully, it should be pretty easy to do that with all these gargoyle statues around, since they get 35 experience a pop. And now we just need one more. And they drop dark gems, so that's pretty nice. Just keep in mind what drops what, though I believe it's actually recorded in the, Oh dang, Soldiers over 23. We got a magic increase, that sucks. We also got an ability called Magic Lock-On, which is good, but not particularly. But he hit me, what? He's got a strength increase though, that's not bad. That'll help him really put the beat down on these enemies. Oh, speaking of Beast, he does not have an armor. Okay. Sometimes they'll come with a free accessory or something, I believe. But not always. So yeah, it's shards, then stones, then gems, then crystals. Alright, so magic lock on. Automatically locks onto a target when casting these spells. Well, it's not like I have anything else to use it on, so sure, why not? I should probably tent it, because I could very realistically die here. Now, fire won't actually be that useful right now until a certain point in the game, so we'll just ignore it for now. Cure is a very interesting spell because it uses all of your MP instead of just having a set cost. Which, because of that, if you math your spells out correctly, you can use other things up until you need a cure. So you get the maximum amount out of it. With a high potion, which is always useful. These armors, when they break, usually give drive points, so if you need them, they're there. That is one way you can actually grind out one of the other forms in the game, but it's not the best. Oh, we have a new Heartless here, the Lancers. They're pretty tough, so you want to be careful with them. They also cough up frost shards when you beat them. And they have a reaction command, but it's a little hard to time for me. It's called Lance Tug. And without second chance, this game it's a little bit more difficult. Oh, you can switch them out in battle. Well, I feel silly for saying otherwise then. Oh hey, a large body. Well, we can try and get that level up that we wanted. Well, I hit guard, but apparently they didn't want to. It's fine. Smack those stairs. This is the main reason you don't want to do this castle first. And why I was debating doing so in the first place. Now, even though we turned off auto limit, we can still use the limit command by using this menu. And that will be useful for the boss, I think. So yeah, this is definitely way harder than doing Deep Jungle first. Because the enemies here just hit like rocks at this level. We are actually almost to the recommended level though. Granted, at this point in the castle, you would have been level like 14 or 15 fighting these enemies, so gotta keep that kind of thing in mind. Ow. 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 We probably want to utilize the tents, since as I said, when we get Cure, that'll probably be how I heal out of battle anyway. Oh good, a defense increase. That's what I was hoping for. Also got max AP, so that's lovely. Oh man, we could have released. Reaction commands are not things that I'm very good at using, so... It's a shame, because they are, for the most part, pretty freaking powerful. Anyway, it's Belle's room. Master! Everybody's safe now. Wonderful, thank you. Where is Belle? Why, she left in a hurry. Something about going after this man in black. What? Why doesn't she do as she's told? Temper, temper. Her spirits is what makes Belle so special. We'd better go find her. We'd better indeed. Alright, heal up. Now, the limit commands also use up your drive gauge and put you into special states. I can't remember how this one works, but we'll be sure to find out. Oh, right, I got a max AP increase. I forgot all about it. As you can see though, the beast hits decently hard. Okay, 12 to 14, or 12 out of 14 I should say. Nothing I really want. Upper slash would be cool, but I also barely ever use it. Because of the fact that you have to use kind of a weird button in the middle of your combo. And that also means it's actually a little bit harder to guard and stuff in the middle of those, so you want to be careful. Alright.
You'll be sorry.
Belle, where are you?
Please, help! I'm in the ballroom.
She's in the main ballroom. But we're not going there right now. Now that we have a bit more money, I'm actually more okay with buying stuff like the Sardonyx ring. Oh, it's strength and magic only. Okay, well if that's the case, I definitely want the Sardonyx ring over the silver ring. Just one. Okay. Oh, you can also synthesize from these, by the way. And we unlocked free development. So now we have a few different recipes we can use to get the Fire-Go Bangle, the Blizzaga Armlet, the Thundaga Trinket, and the Midnight Anklet. As well as a Garnet and a Mithril Ring. And our recipe is the Mega Potion with a Power, Blazing, and Lucid Shard, which we found in the castle. We can make a Mega Potion. So that's pretty nice. You want to make as many recipes as you can, because you gain experience for doing so. We'll go over that later. For now, I want a Sardonyx ring. Just make Sora a bit stronger, and with the free ability point, we can... I don't know. I guess I'll just hold on to it for now, because no one needs it. We also got 2 AP moves. So I could equip Upper Slash if I wanted to, but I really don't. Instead, now that we've healed, we want to try and rush through this room as quick as we can. So we can get to this boss fight. Against Zaldin himself.
I'm alright.
Not quite, actually. Instead, we have this ball and chain, which I cannot remember the name of. But he's pretty tough. He's like an upgraded version of the Possessor enemy we saw before. So, different objects in the ballroom will cause us much pain. But we'll see how that affects things here in a second. for now, just know that this guy likes to go invisible and stuff. And be careful. Okay. Oh, you can actually just get out of range. So it's like a lunar dynamo. If you do enough damage though, you can release it, and that causes him to stun. Now we could use our limit command here. Oh, that's right. Eats you sometimes by possessing the floor. Now, he has possessed that particular spire way over there, but that does cause all of them to attack. Ow. Oh, timed that wrong. Oh, I should have equipped the Beast and Donald potions, shouldn't I? Oh, you can't guard that. Okay, well, it's good to know. I haven't done these battles in a while, so I'm a little bit rusty. Is he about to possess the floor again? I think he is. Dodging that attack is actually a bit difficult. And I'm dead. Alright. Now we could use the I won't give up thing, but yeah. Okay. Alright, first thing we want to do, especially on Donald and Goofy, is to equip potions and make them auto reload. And then the Beast. Oops. Okay. Save. Because apparently continuing does not continue you from the start of the ballroom. Now, it probably wouldn't be a terrible idea to switch worlds here, but I'm gonna try this at least a couple more times. I actually want to switch out. Alright, now the first thing he'll always do is possess the window. And to dodge that, it'd probably be safest to go to the sides. Since it goes in that kind of pattern. And there's usually the chandelier. It's a shame I don't have glide or anything yet. It's usually a double scratch. That is an attack you can guard, by the way. Because it's like a physical attack, basically. And we can release him, and he won't be able to do possessions. Dang, that's really hard to get to. Alright, best way to dodge this is probably just to actually be out of range of it for that first rotation, and then you can go in and do a couple of combos and knock him out before you can do the next one. I think he's about to do the pillars. Nope, floor. I guess you just have to jump a bit. Okay. Then he'll do pillars. Wait for the second one. Now, unfortunately, with the two, they'll potion themselves and not you. So that'll be kind of annoying. Wow, you didn't even let me get a full combo in, dude. Alright. For it to do two full rotations. Okay. Definitely one of the more annoying bosses. There we go. Oh, weird. We don't get anything for it. Well, we beat the boss. Yay! No problem. Well, we're not nearing the end of time yet, so I guess we'll head on to the next world. Odd though, I came here specifically for the cure element, right? Well, it's because he has a second form. This guy is, I can't remember. I can't remember their names, so I'll have to look it up. Luckily we have Jiminy's journal for that. Now, the first thing he does is actually kind of random, because I don't remember this attack, but this is the thing he does. Oh, by the way, remember how the stealth sneak was invisible? Well, you know. There's this guy, and he's invisible too. But if you do a reaction chain, you'll knock him out of it, as well as do a bit of damage. You won't really possess things, per se. You want to be careful. Oh, also, step fault doesn't actually work that well if you do it and he's inside this, like, corridor. So you want to be careful about that. Oh, you also have free aerial recovery when you're in dollar form. There we go. Slam it into him. And this. Ow. Oh god, you want to get out of there right away? Because he'll be using the pendulum, much like, pendulum. Chandelier, much like you do. And that it's very painful if he does. I want to try and finish him off with Blizzard because, Slingshot's a pretty good reaction command here. But we beat him. Max HP increase and retaliate and slash. Now, your magic will actually turn orange when you're about to run out of MP. So it makes it quite a bit easier to do that before running out. Otherwise, you know, you would knock yourself out of being able to use a cure for a few seconds. And that's not good. Don't do that.
We did it!
So you think.
Hey, Zaldin.
Zaldin!
Farewell.
Goodbye, Zaldin.
What does he want here?
He must be with Organization 13.
No!
Ever heard of the nobodies? When a strong-hearted person turns into a heartless, a nobody is created too. See, the organization, they've got control of all the nobodies.
That's right. They were gonna make you into a heartless. That way they could get that nobody of yours and have control over it.
You're all right.
Belle! Belle, I'm sorry. I wasn't myself. I hope I haven't done anything to hurt you. Forgive me.
I know you weren't yourself. You don't have to apologize. But I had hoped that you might have changed a little bit. I wish you could start trusting me.
Oh, I am afraid time is running short.
What do you mean?
Remember the rose?
From the beast's womb?
Precisely. You see, if the master can learn to love and earn love in return before the last petal falls,
the spell will be broken.
Really? You think he's gonna make it?
We think so.
Yup, I think you're right.
I hope you're right.
And then we broke the rose. Oops. Also note that apparently this power transcends time and space, because that thing is all the way up in the West Wing in Beast's room, and we're in the ballroom. But, for the most part, you can go ahead and throw away all logic when you're playing Kingdom Hearts. It's just easier that way.
What happened?
The king is open!
Do you have to go?
Yeah.
Now, no more arguing, okay?
We'll see to it.
Take care, dears.
you are welcome here any time.
If you hear anything about Riku, or the king, the Heartless, the organization, anything at all, let us know. Okay, gotta go.
Well, that's Base Castle clear, and for doing so, we finally gain the Cure element. Which means that now, potions won't be as useful. But, that means that, ethers and such will be. Now, we could go to Phantom Storm and head here, but we're actually gonna backtrack now and head to the first world that we were supposed to do through Asteroid Sweep. Now we have High Wind level 2. You can see it has better defense, better hearing capability, and better flight. So it's better all the way around, basically. And if you press X, you can skip the cutscene. Now the HP gauge, of course, is it's the HP gauge.
Sure is exciting.
That sure is a tutorial. All right, so Asteroid Sweep. Now, technically, this is supposed to be the first gummy ship mission you do, but because we did it out of order, well, it's the second. And now we have the High Wind level 2. For the most part, though, we'll be doing the rest of the game in order. Because I can't think of any possible reason not to do that. I was trying to get him to blow up, but... And he did, but right in my face. And when they do that, well, they don't give you any points. So, it's kind of a shame. These little purple shots are kind of hard to dodge. Hello. I want you... Okay. And now we can double shield, guys, which will give us health. So, take some of that. Ooh, he's gold. We got a neon bar. Cool. Also, a what? I really like these action-oriented stages, though. They're pretty fun. Though having to tap the crap out of X really hurts my thumb after a while. Oh, also asteroids. Asteroids everywhere. Keep shooting. It gives you a little bit of health, or level, or something. Points. Points is what you're getting. And we also unlock different missions and stuff. Yay. And we gain some blueprints. And we gain a bunch of blueprints. Jesus. At a level 15. Not bad. Alright. Seriously though, my hand hurts. Alright, so let's land in the next level. The Land of Dragons. Which will be a hell of a lot easier now that we're level 14. And we have, whatchamacallit. What the heck is the name of it? The, I can't remember. Cure. We have Cure. So yeah.
See that, Mulan? It's Shan Yu, leader of the Hun army. Come on, girl. This is your big chance. I can see it now. Fa Mulan whoops public enemy #1. You're gonna be famous. I'm talking A-list.
Mushu, I'm not sure. I haven't even joined the army yet. I have to take my father's place to preserve the Fa family honor. I just hope I don't get discovered.
Whatever. You're just scared. Admit it.
Aren't you?
Huh?
Let's get the jump on him.
Gorge, maybe we better look before we leap. Is that Mushu?
That's right. I know you heard of me. I'm little, lethal, and legendary. Now y'all scram before I get my dragon dander up.
Hey, Mushu. We missed you.
Yeah, well, you better hope I miss you, or else you're Sora, Donald, Goofy.
Do you know them?
Know them? Man, we used to kick all kinds of bad guy butt together.
Though I never used to summon.
Guys out of a lot of tight spots, because I'm a mighty dragon, right?
To be fair, he was pretty helpful in Castle Oblivion.
Something like that. And you are?
I'm Mulan. No, I mean...
Ping!
Mulan Ping.
Just Ping. I am Ping, son of Fazu.
You know Mushu?
Mushu's one of my family's guardians.
We didn't know we were borrowing somebody as important as a family guardian.
Yeah, that's right. And that puts you three up to your eyeballs in debt to Ping here. Well, guess what, kiddies? It's payback time.
Mushu.
Ah, they don't mind. Ain't that right?
Sounds fair.
See, Ping here was just on his way to join the Imperial Army. We gotta go find the other recruits over at the training camp.
Would you join us? It'll be easier to fit in if I'm with guys like you.
What do you mean, fit in?
Well, don't worry about that.
You're pretending to be a boy, aren't you?
Huh? You're a girl?
You didn't notice?
Not me.
I think it's working.
I don't know. Those two would fall for anything.
I'm right here.
It makes you wonder how Goofy understood that, but, you know. So we enter the land of dragons. From the movie Mulan, which is my all-time favorite Disney movie. Well, as far as mainstream movies go. Now, unfortunately, you have to go with Ping here. And Ping sucks. Like, sucks. But he does have item boost, so, or she. So at least there's that, but, oh, that's not bad. Yeah, we'll go ahead and equip Retaliating Flash. Just go ahead and throw on that 8p boost we got. There we go. Just use those anytime I find the need for them. Now we have Cure though. So we want Cure there. And we also want to switch out the item we have. Here, for ETH... Okay, I guess we'll just stick with high potions then. We'll also auto-reload potions for Ping here. Oh, we also have Sword of the Ancestor as their weapon. So, yeah, it's cool. Right? Yeah, okay. And this is the Bamboo Grove. Now you can actually buy some new armor, which could actually be useful, especially that Abyss chain. Can I synthesize anything? Nope, I haven't even gotten any new materials. Alright, let's go ahead and buy this then. I don't normally do that, but considering the fact that all we have is a champion belt, might not be a bad idea. And then we can equip Donald back with the champion belt. Okay. Can open these up too. Get Ether Mithril Shard. Nice. And a Dark Shard. Cool. So we can hand these over. Alright, we probably won't be able to get too far into the Land of Dragons right now, but we'll see how far we can go. I want to at least get through the camp. So this is the encampment.
Remember, girl, and leg.
You look like you have to take a piss. It's the arrow on the top.
About time we got some grub.
Hey, no cutting.
Back off.
I got this weird duck on me.
A space in line.
I wonder what they're serving for lunch today. Knuckle sandwiches.
That does it.
Please.
Please?
What a girl.
Knock it off.
Knock what off?
You punched me.
What a shrimp! What, who you calling a shrimp, Panda Lips? I'm a bona fide guardian dragon.
Let's just get back in line, okay?
Whose side are you on? I just got slugged.
Want some more?
Soldiers, get back in line.
The captain.
Who the heck are these three? They're not even wearing the freaking armor.
What are they? Heartless. Oh, yeah?
Run away!
Hope you're ready.
Now, battle in the Land of Dragons is interesting because there is a morale gauge. So it's basically a time limit. But there's a reason to use fire here because you can actually wipe out these tents that get in the way with your fire spell. Oh, we also have these wizard shaman dudes. Now, all Ping really serves to do is use up your morale whenever she gets hit. So, yeah. You three, what are your names? Sora, Donald, Goofy. You're welcome in my troop. Your battle skills are encouraging. I am the son of Faza. You should return home. But that would dishonor my family. You'd rather dishonor my troops. Don't make me... If Ping trains hard and does his best, he'll get stronger in no time. Just give us an assignment. We'll show you how well we can work together. So you want to be tested. Our orders are to ambush Shan Yu's army on their way here. They should be coming through the mountain pass. We'll smash them! I doubt that. You four will be the advance party. Scout out the mountain for my troops. That's it? No problem. Right? Right. I'll brief you on the details later. Ready when you're to... What? Remember, the smallest mission may have the greatest purpose, so stay alert. Sir! And we get the area map for the encampment. Now, we could ask about missions and stuff, but I want these things first. With high jump level 1, that's actually not a thing I can get. Okay, well, luckily, we have...
Goofy! Light!
High jump level 2. That was actually too high. High jump level 2. Come on. High jump level 2. Okay, got it. And as you can see, it used up all of our drive gauge. So, sadness. Sadness ensues. That one we won't be able to get for quite a while. Because it is really far. So we actually probably will need a glide for it. By the way, we'll get glide in this game. In case you were unsure of that. Oh, you can't actually destroy the tents unless you're in one of the battles. Interesting. Alright, well, let's ask about the missions. So we have surprise attack, ambush, and the search. We have to do all three of them, so, you know, there's no reason to do them out of order or anything. Instead, we will defeat all the Heartless, and I also need to make sure we have Donald back in here. Oh, by the way, you can still die, even without the morale kit, so make sure you're keeping an eye on that. But now we have Cure. Well, at least you're a good item bank. You've done a passable job, but stay alert, this is just the beginning. Shan Yu has invaded our country, we must stop him at all costs. Alright, well, next up is the ambush. And we're right back in the this thing. When we have thunder. Oh, watch this guy. Yeah. It's pretty painful. Oh, dang it. See what I mean? Okay, so in this game, magic works quite a lot differently than it did in the first. So, you have an MP gauge, and you can charge it by... Well, you could charge it by getting hit, but that's only with MP rage. So, instead, it will just take literally ages for it to come back. But that's what happens when you run out of MP or use cure. Now brace yourself for the rest of the assignments. He'll make a man out of us. Alright, finally is the search, which is probably one of the more annoying missions. But there are a bunch of hidden enemies all over the camp, and we've got to find them. Luckily, we can use fire to get rid of all these tents. So, we'll be doing that quite a bit. This is the main mission that you can actually run out of morale during. Oh, I skirts the lookout tower thing. It's kind of funny. And here's the captain's tent, and there it goes. Oh, get back here. Luckily, Donald's using fire too. You can actually destroy them, I believe, with a combo too, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, we need these morales so I can keep going. Ow. Ow. Okay, we made it. Yes, that's exactly what I need from you. Now, you still have some tasks to do, so stay sharp. But we get an AP boost for completing those three. You did well. I knew it! Captain. I suppose you've made a little progress. Not a little, a lot! No, you're right, Captain. Please give me one more assignment. This time I'll show you what I'm truly made of. I'll give you one more chance. Alright, see me when you're ready to depart. Remember, this may be a test, but it's still an important mission, so be alert. And now there's, like, no tents. Your mission is to secure the path over the summit so our company can pass. I've authorized you to be let through the summit, so don't let me down. Right, now we can go through the checkpoint, which is where we were just fighting. Now there's a couple chests around here that I could have grabbed before, but it was a little difficult with the missions going on, especially with the morale level and all that. Morale gauge, I mean. So, now with that not having to be an issue, and a strength increase, very nice. We can go through here. Unfortunately, no real movement abilities to speak of, except for high jump level 1. So, you know, nothing to write home about, but still not, you know, completely useless. Now, once we go into the pass, I believe that triggers another mission, so gotta be careful. Hey, Ping leveled up. That's good, I guess. Now his ineffectual sword smacks can be a little less so, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we go into this mountain, and the morale gauge pops back up, and we're in the middle of a new mission. Oh, also rocks. Also iconic mountain from the movie. My favorite actual Disney movie is Great Mouse Detective, in case anyone was curious. And I gotta say, if they ever made a level about that, freaking amazing. And if you combo the Rock Shatter command through, well, the rocks, then you can break through them. So, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can also do a little bit of damage to everybody around you. Well, not everybody. It doesn't hurt your party members, obviously. You get what I mean. Alright. Just wipe out these guys, and gain a little morale as well as open these chests. I know I probably shouldn't be going after them right now, but on top of that, you shouldn't be sitting here killing every enemy. But this mission actually gives you so much morale that you'll probably not run out anytime soon. You do have to be kind of on the right side of the chest. Oh, okay. I guess I opened it anyway. Go me. You can actually come through this pass later without the morale gauge in effect though, but it's not that bad right now. Don't have to worry about it too much. When he's spinning like that, it's best to just use Blizzard. And don't use Blizzard now because I'm gonna run out of MP if I do. So we'll go ahead and use its Cure. Cure also has a little bit of an AoE in this game. In case you were curious why I thought that during the first game, now you know why. I was thinking of this game's Cure. Yeah, it's kind of like the struggle command. This game really loves its orbs, as you'll find out. Ah, recovery recipe. That's neat, I guess. Alright, I believe I got all the chests here, so we can go ahead and move on. Oh, when you pause, you also can't access the menu until you're in a different area because of the missions. Hey, you ain't half bad. A man among men. Thanks. The captain. Captain! Ping sure did great. You bet he did. Fine, I'll let you join my troops, but I'm still not convinced you have what it takes to be a worthy soldier. Why not? It's alright, Sora. I'll find a way to show him what I'm made of. Just give me a chance. That's the spirit, Ping. Sir. Goodbye. See, he's not a total jerk. He's just hard because, you know, he's the captain of an army. Good going, Ping! Thanks. I also have a hard time figuring out what kind of voice I want to do for Ping, considering Ping's not Ping. But that's... Okay, girl, here's your chance. I just saw this real shady guy, and I know it's Shan Yu. Shan Yu? That's the Hun leader that I know about now. We've got to tell the captain. Right. Wait. Everybody use their heads a sec. Now, why are we here? To make the captain see Mulan's, I mean, Ping's talents and bring honor to her family. By the way, we just have the dragon, like, out in the open. So let's go find out where Shan Yu is by ourselves. Then if we're lucky, we can fry him up good. Though just tracking the guy down should earn us our stars. Captain Musclehead will have to notice my girl. Okay, let's go. We'll help out. Now, file this under terrible ideas. Now we're cooking. Shan Yu is in the cave outside the village. Also, I can't do Eddie Murphy. Just don't expect me to be able to. Village area map. So this is the village. It's very peaceful. It's got a Moogle shop. And we have a new recipe. Drive recovery. Oh, okay. Go ahead and synthesize one of those. Now, Ping still has those two abilities, draw and item boost. So at least he has draw. It's so quiet around here that it makes me hungry. Thanks for letting me know that, I guess. With a little bit of high jump magic, you can get that heart puzzle piece. But we won't be able to get the one way up there for a while. Instead, for now, we'll just use the safe one. How are we looking? We still got time. Let's go. should be like level 14 now. Nice. You can reach the summit by climbing up here. I don't see why anyone would want to go there though, unless they have to. See that cave back there? It looks pretty creepy. Kind of like someone might jump out. Oh, you're going to the cave. Okay, bye. And here's the village cave. If we go in here and open that chest, we find a dark shard. There's a little altar back here. Dead end. There's nobody here. You're crazy. Check again. Oh, well. Wait for me, Donald. Hey, wait up. Huh? What is it? Sora! Ping! Oh crap, that's him. And there it goes. And then there were Heartless. Alright, so, this one's a little more difficult. Also, we only have Ping. So, basically, it's you, yourself, and you. Stop interrupting my combos, please. It's kind of annoying. Oh, by the way, there are a lot of shadows here. Ow. It's one of the main reasons I want to cure. Though not the main. Gotta be careful with that attack, it hurts. But thankfully, because we're so overleveled, they don't do that much damage to us now. Ow. I should have guarded there. I don't know why I didn't. Can't really guard against that fire attack they do, though. Oh, hey, slide dash. And Ping learned hyper healing. Well, at least that's something. Nice fighting, Ping. You were amazing. You okay? Yeah, thanks to Ping. Come on, time to report to the captain. But Shan Yu wasn't here. Please, that hunt is old news. We're gonna tell the captain how thousands of Heartless stormed the cave and Ping took out almost every one of them. I mean, that wouldn't be totally truthful, but sure, we can do that. Well, item boost is useless, so we'll go ahead and put on hyper healing. And slide dash. Much better than retaliating, since I never remember to use it. On top of that, we don't get knocked down that much. Oh, there's an AP boost right there. If you so desire. I really love the ability to switch your party members like on the fly, basically like that. Oh, by the way, the village is destroyed.
Captain!
Don't overdo it, Captain.
It's just a scratch. Oh.
Captain, the enemy, where did they go?
They went toward the summit.
We'll stop them.
It kinda is our fault.
Right.
You mean my fault?
Shan Yu and the Heartless did this, not us. Captain, if you track down the villagers, we'll handle this. Let's go.
Well, what's left of the villagers, anyway. By the way, because the town was destroyed, now the shop is over here. It's kind of weird. A strange little detail, but, you know, it's something they added, so it's there. Alright, hop over that wall. Alright, let's finish up this next section. Head toward the summit by fighting some new Heartless fish guys. I can't remember what they're called. I need to look up all the Heartless names. By the way, there's a puzzle piece right there. Okay, so the journal's right here. If we look at collection, we can see the Heartless. So, we have Hookbat's Rapid Thruster, which is the fish, which is, well, the Lancer. Gargoyle Knights, Gargoyle Warriors, Assault Rider, who is this guy. Nightwalker, which is that thing. The Thresholder. Oh, that's Thresholder and that's Possessor. Okay, silly me. And of course, Shadow Stalker along with the Darkborn. And then we have nobodies, but I already know their names. For whatever reason, I can remember them easier. Now, you can see that there is a thing up there. We can actually get it by using that Ride the Wind thing. It is a little hard to aim, though. Man, this game just showers you with AP boosts, doesn't it? We have like 5 extra. And I've already used a couple. Got it. 2 tries, not bad. Alright, let's head up here. His trusty bird.
No.
And then there were rapid thrusters. A whole heck of a lot of them.
Attack!
And now Sora's by himself, for whatever reason. So we have to defeat all the Heartless with just Sora by himself. Now, there's a new enemy here, the electric guy. But during this section, we have a new reaction command called Sonic whatever. No, Speed Trap and Arrow Blade, which is a 2-hit combo, basically. Now the funny thing is, apparently, not all of these rapid thrusters are loaded in. Oh, and when you're doing Speed Trap and Arrow Blade, you're invincible, so make sure to take advantage of that. And when they bolt you, just use Bolt Reversal, and that also does a bit of AoE. 71, not bad. Not bad at all. And here comes Shan Yu, so it's time to take him out once and for all.
Stand back.
We'll handle this.
Huh.
Wait a second! Oh, you're going the wrong way!
Yes! Captain?
Look out!
Run for it!
Perhaps that wasn't the best idea.
Thanks, Ping.
It was nothing.
I should never have doubted you. From now on, you have my trust.
Thank you, Captain.
Man, first she uses me as a lighter, then she turns me into a cannonball. The head ancestor's gonna hear about this. You know, that's it. I give up. I can't take this no more. Come on, Mulan. Let's quit this charade and go home, girl.
Mushu.
What?
Is that a dragon?
It can't be.
Ping! Captain!
Oh boy, you're okay.
You all knew, didn't you? You knew Ping was really a woman in disguise. I can't believe you lied to me.
You have my trust. And then a dragon walks up and calls her a girl. It's
for
like,
high treason and dishonoring
you
the army
fool.
is death. Get out of my sight. Now. You're all dismissed.
But, Captain...
My debt is repaid.
Oh, that was quick.
The Emperor is waiting. Move out!
That morale gauge is going to start out pretty low, isn't it? Well, luckily we don't have to deal with it anymore.
Mulan, I blew it.
I feel like he should have been more concerned with the fact that, you know, she has a dragon with her!
Thank you, everyone. Sorry I got you in trouble.
Even if he is...
It's no big deal.
And then a few inches tall.
So, Ping, I mean...
Maybe a foot.
Mulan, what are you gonna do now?
Go back home.
You know your daddy's gonna be steamed as a chicken dumpling.
At least we killed the Huns.
Relax. We'll take our share of the blame.
Thanks. You're all wonderful friends.
But now we have Mulan, and she learned a new ability. By a new ability, we mean she learned a lot of stuff. Including auto limit, which is stupid. Fire boost is actually really good for Mulan, though, because of the fact that her two abilities are fire. So, oh, and the joint attack, Red Rocket. I didn't actually use Beast's thing, did I? Oh well. Oh, we also have fire boost now, so that's pretty cool. Well, I mean, since I have all these AP boosts, I might as well, right? Just use a couple, and now we can do fire boost. Yay! Fire boost. All right. Oh, that was pretty easy. Falcon's still around. This is Falcon, right? It's Falcon or a hawk, I can't remember. By the way, in case you've never seen the movie, Shan Yu's totally not dead from an avalanche. So you know, there's that. And of course, Heartless are heartless, so, you know. They're pretty much infinite.
Shan Yu!
He's alive!
He's heading for the Imperial City. We've got to warn Shang.
And that is our next quest, basically. But we won't be able to do that until next time on Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2, which probably won't be next week because I'm hoping that by next week I'll have Danganronpa V3 and we can finally get to playing that. But eventually, we'll get back to Kingdom Hearts and you know, continue with this series. Yeah. Okay. Well, until then, later, guys. Ooh. Ah.